Hi, welcome to Human Biology Online. My name is Dr. Christina Cummings. I'll be your instructor this semester. And what I want to do in this short video is just to give you an idea of how we'll run the course and what the website looks like so that you know what you're doing and where to start. Okay, so here we are at our homepage on Sakai, and you can see there's a little blurb about me and a little blurb about the course and how it's run and what to expect. And then the next thing that happens is you are directed over here onto the screen on the left. So there's a series of tabs over here, and this is where you're going to really find all of the important components for the course. So we'll go to the second tab here, syllabus. And you can see here an up-to-date syllabus, and this is where you're going to really find all of the technical information that you might need for the course. So here's my contact information, here's a more detailed description of the course, the objectives that hopefully we'll be able to achieve during the course. Here's your required course materials here. We have a textbook that's required. We also have a laboratory component. These are 2 online labs, and I'll tell you more about how to acquire them when the time comes. And just some other important things, expectations that I have of you, technical issues that might come up and how to be prepared for those, academic integrity policy, accommodation for students with disabilities, and then a lot of information in this section here, coursework and evaluation. So what I've done is I've divided up the class into 10-week units, and each week you'll have a list of things that you need to complete that week by the end of the week. So below this, we have all of the different components that will go into your final grade for the course. So we have quizzes. There'll be several quizzes throughout the 10-week period. We have exams. You'll have plenty of chances to take exams. And both for quizzes and exams, these are expected to be closed notes, not any sort of assistance. So you're definitely going to want to study for these ahead of time before you open the quiz or the exam. Third component here are assignments, and those will be coming out periodically throughout the course. We have 2 projects this semester. They count for a significant portion of your grade, so you'll definitely want to plan to spend some time on those projects. We have online discussions and participation. And finally, the online labs that I mentioned before. And then below that here is how the points will be distributed to calculate your final grade. And you can keep track of that on the gradebook tab, and so there won't be any surprises. Hopefully you'll know what to expect before you get your grade at the end of the semester. So late submission of assignments policy is on here, as well as some tips for the group work that you'll be doing. And then finally, the end here is just some etiquette that you might need for an online course, especially if you haven't done an online course before. So we'll scroll back up and take a look at the next tab over here. So here's our announcements tab. Here's where you're going to find any announcements that are important things that I need you to know for that week or the upcoming week. This next tab here, Lessons Builder, this is where you're going to probably spend the majority of your time. And so it's not quite up to date at this point, but this is where you're going to see a weekly list of what to do. So for example, if we come over here, we click on week 1, and you see a list of what you need to do. So the topics that we're going to cover, any reading in your textbook that you need to do, and then finally any other assignments. So really this is what you want to think of as your checklist. So make sure you do everything on this list for that week, and then you know you've done everything you need to do for that week and you're up to date. And here we are on the Resources tab, and here you can find random information that you don't find anywhere else. So for example, here's the study guide that you'll need before you take your exams. It'll give you an idea of what to study, where to focus your attention, and some other things here. So here's a PDF copy of a homework that we'll do at some point, and I'll post the key for that after you've submitted it. So just kind of random stuff that you're not sure where to find is probably in this Resources folder. The next tab here is the Assignments tab, and so this is a lot of times where you're going to submit your assignments, and you'll see when the assignments are live, you'll be able to click on them and submit them via this Assignments tab. Next, we have our tests and quizzes, and so same idea here. If there's a test or a quiz that's live, you'll be able to come to this tab, click on it, and here's where you'll take the different assessments. We have discussion forums, so this is where you'll spend a lot of the time working with your groups. One of the things you want to keep in mind here on the discussion forums is that you really want to be careful about the title of your discussion forum. You want to label it with your group name and with a topic so that people can find the appropriate forum here. So that's one of the things that we'll kind of work on, keeping this nice and clear so that you know where you're going when you come to the discussion forums. Here's the gradebook. And so here's where you keep track of how you're doing in the course, and so hopefully there won't be any surprises. You'll know exactly how you're doing, and you'll see your quiz grades, exam grades, project grades, and all that, and I'll try to keep this as up to date as possible so that you really know how you're doing as you progress through the course. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to take a look at. So messages, if there are any messages that I send to you, you can acquire them here. And then calendar will be active, so you'll be able to see when various due dates come up. They'll come up on the calendar here. So I think that's pretty much everything that I needed you to see. So good luck, welcome to the course, and I hope you have a good time and you learn something.